What does it mean to be truly seen? The Portrayal of Presence brings together 8 Northumberland artists alongside works from our permanent collection. Together, they explore visibility, identity, and the courage of taking up space. Step closer, slow down, let yourself be present. The Portrayal of Presence, now on view at the Art Gallery of Northumberland. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
So here we are. What drew you to capture this particular coffee house moment?
This image is based on a family photograph, a vacation photo, and I was just attracted to the moment that was captured, and I decided that I wanted to reproduce it somehow.
That's great. And how does Coffee House explore the idea of presence in everyday spaces?
It presents a real life moment, a real time and place, and that I chose to capture, and that again I chose to, I guess, manipulate, recontextualize, and to draw attention to that moment.
Great. And what do you hope viewers feel when they stand in front of your work?
I hope they're curious to decipher what's here. Up close, it's dots and it's hard to read, but at a distance, the image changes. There's an illusion that you can see more of them you can't see up close.
So where do you find your inspiration?
Many places, to be honest, not typically with the figure. My work is usually more based in abstraction, landscape, but this was a photo that I really liked, and I wanted to do something with it. So it was a kind of experiment to see how I could, change it.
So was this inspired by a real location or memory?
At the time that I made this piece, it was a recent memory, because it's something that I did soon after the actual trip and when the actual photo was taken.
So interesting about the composition of the work. How did you decide what to include and what to leave out?
I'm trying to remember. I think it's more or less the photo as I took it. I might have cropped it a bit,
Right.
but focus on, these guys and less about the larger space that they're in, although because we also knew where it was taken and that wasn't important.
Now, your work often uses cutouts. How does that technique shape the story in this particular piece?
I suppose the white spaces are perceived as a kind of cutout, and in this case they create a screen, perhaps, where the viewer maybe feels that they're looking through to the image.
And has your actual style changed over time? I believe this is a 2013 piece.
So I feel like I rotate between different kind of approaches. I've used, I guess you could call this pointillism maybe, and I've used that kind of technique in different ways over time, but I also have other, subjects. I work a lot in landscape, and I return to that. I work in abstraction that is kind of inspired usually by landscape as well. So this is a bit of an outlier.
What's your favorite time of day to be creating?
I think when I'm fully awake and not tired yet, so midday or the beginning of the latter half of the day, afternoon,
Okay.
ideally, but
Good.
not limited to.
Now, in looking at the individuals in this work, do you feel that they are a reflection of all of us, or do you see them more as individuals in their own right?
I see them primarily as my own children at a certain time and place, but I was certainly cognizant of like the convention of holiday photograph, snapshot, and
Point in time.
that's right.
Yeah.
And connection in that case, there's always a strong connection when you're photographing your family. There's a strong connection between you and them, and in this case, part of I guess what I liked is that they're looking at me, and so the connection is really explosive that way.
And what conversations do you hope this work sparks?
For me, the work represents an idea of, it represents a memory, but the gods kind of stop you from fully engaging with it, as if there's been a passage of time, or maybe as if your memory of something in some ways stays vivid, but in other ways might fade over time.
And final question,
Yes.
in one sentence, what is Coffee House really all about?
I would say primarily it's about nostalgia.
That's great. Thank you.
Absolutely.